Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Show, and today on the show, happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving season. It's the weekend of Thanksgiving. It's Saturday as I film this. I just got done filming the Home Alone 2 episode. That's going to be coming out next weekend or so. I got some editing work I got to do on it, but it's filmed, it's done, and we just got to edit it and get all that stuff worked out. So now we'll be ready for you for the Christmas season. Excited to put that one out as well. Of course, 2020, there's a lot of things that, man, it's a sucky year. It's a terrible year for many, for probably everybody, with all the circumstances that are going on. People have lost loved ones due to the virus, a lot of unrest, a lot of injustice, a lot of things taking place in our world and our nation. And it can be a scary time. But, irregardless, my hope and faith still remains the same, and it is in God. And that's one thing I want to start off with this video that I'm thankful for, is my relationship with God is the thing that's keeping me sustained. He is the sustainer of all creation, as the Bible talks about. And that's something I learned through my Bible studies. I did a lot of Bible studying this year. I've studied the book of Colossians, studied the book of Galatians last year. I've studied the book of James, studied Revelations, especially the 7 churches of Revelation. I've done a lot of great Bible studying this year. I'm currently working on Ephesians right now, and it's been very good, refreshing to keep my mind focused, sharp, and in that realm of things. It gives me the peace that I need, the understanding that I need to endure the days, because there's been a lot of hard days this year. Don't get me wrong. I felt some of the anxiety, the pain that everybody else feels, but I do have the peace of mind. I do have the clarity, the focus, that I need to go about each day and take on each challenge. And it's because I established myself in God's word. And that is the key point that a lot of Christians fail to do, is to get into this book. They don't study the pages. They don't understand the truth, of God's word for their lives. And they wonder why they struggle. It's because you don't open the pages. You don't dive into here and study. And that's something I've really established myself for, especially this year, is really pouring myself into the pages of this and praying and just seeking God's for wisdom and counsel. And, it's something that we have to do. Let's look at it like this. In order to be a mechanic on a car, you have to study the material. You have to learn how the car works and operates, learn how to use the tools and to do the job. Same thing for an athlete or a doctor. You'd spend hours upon hours of study, in order to be a believer. You have to pour into hours and hours of study. Get plugged into a church. Get into this daily. Pray to God and seek God daily. That's how you grow. And I feel that, man, a lot of people just go to church, just go to church, or just to ease their conscience, and they just continue to live the same lifestyle and wonder why this isn't working. The reason why it's not working is because you don't apply what is in this pages to your life, because you don't know. You don't know. If you don't read, you don't know. Church, going to church and all, it's great, but you have to do the work. You have to put the work in and study it for yourself. Spend time in worship, spend time in prayer. And that's something definitely in 2020 that I've really clinged on to so much more, because like I said, I felt some of the anxiety. I felt some of the worries and the stresses of what's going on in our world. And I remember specifically, there's like a couple weeks I was on edge, and I had to get myself refocused, get back into this book, and like, okay, let's get realigned, get back on track. All right. And it's been good since, like I said, God gives you the joy, the peace, the understanding, the clarity of mind, and such, whenever you just begin to apply the principles of God's word to your life. So that's one aspect of things of 2020 that has been a blessing in my life. The other blessing is, of course, spend a lot of time with the family, and just that's always good. The other part is my workouts this year. I set a goal at the beginning of the year of doing a 100-day challenge. Crushed it. All right, crushed that 100-day challenge. It took a lot longer than what I wanted, but you kept going, you kept pushing forward, and I did it. I completed my 100-day challenge. Of course, there's a video about that in previous episodes, but we just kept moving beyond. I was counting the move beyond days, and then I lost count and stopped counting since. And I don't even know what day or number I'm on right now. But we continue to modify. We continue to change up our workouts, keep it fresh, keep it interesting. Still doing that DDP yoga, still doing the resistance band training. I'm throwing in some cardio right before my resistance band training to get that heart rate up and just get that good feeling at the end of the workouts. That's always good. Dieting still sucks, but I'm trying a little bits here every day to hone in onto that stuff. I filmed my workout session yesterday using this camera actually, because I have an interval timer for the iPhone and I like to listen to music. And so this is probably going to be more in play for that filming of that stuff. I do interval workouts actually. I do like say 20 seconds of chest press. I don't count the reps. I just do this for 20 seconds, then I rest for 20 seconds. And then I do a move for 20 seconds. Or however long I put it. I do wall squats for 1 minute. That sucks sometimes. But it's trying new things and being innovative with your workouts. And you just got to put the work into it. And just stay motivated to do that stuff. AJ Show continues to be strong. Of course, I've pumped out 25 plus episodes this year. And it's the most I've ever done in a single year. It's crazy, It's very, very crazy, and we've hit our episode 50 in our previous episode. Enjoyed making the retrospect episodes of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm a huge, huge fan of the Legend of Zelda series, and I just want to do something do that. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Just kind of talk about my favorite video game franchise. Right there next to Sonic the Hedgehog, of course. And I may have to do one on Sonic the Hedgehog here pretty soon, actually. I'm thinking about doing something similar, do a retrospective of that, especially Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. And talk about that one, because that is actually my all-time favorite game of all time, actually, is that one. I actually recently played it this weekend just because, as a kid growing up, when I had the Sega Genesis, of course, that game came out in 94, Sonic 3 and the Sonic and Knuckles, but when you lock on technology, you create this huge game of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And that was always my favorite game to play. Every time we went to Pop and Go videos in Jeff City, I always rented Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and then one other game. And that was always our go-to, was Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, until I finally owned Sonic Knuckles, and I just rented Sonic 3 all the time. And then eventually I owned Sonic 3 years later. But it was always my favorite series, my favorite video game of all time. And I'm definitely going to probably have to do a retrospect on that. But I always during the holidays like Christmas or Thanksgiving or even during our birthdays, we always go to the video rental store. And those would be the games I rent all the time. Always went in right when the store opened just to make sure I got that copy of the game, as long as it was there. There has been a couple times where it wasn't there. I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Kind of thing. But I would just rent something else. There was one time I rented Sonic Spinball. Yeah, it's a terrible game. Or I rented Sonic the Hedgehog 1. My Genesis game was Sonic 2. So that was cool. But this video's gone on long enough, and I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, for watching these videos, for those of you who do watch these videos, and just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and we'll see you on our next episode, which I'll do Home Alone 2. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.